They aced every test. They speak with flawless logic. People call them gifted, brilliant, genius. They think fast, argue better, win every debate, and yet they keep making terrible life decisions. How can someone so smart be so blind? This is the intelligence trap. We were taught a bedtime story. High IQ means high success. Smart people don't walk into walls, so we keep repeating the myth like a lullaby until the crash wakes us up. Why smart minds fail. In his powerful book, The Intelligence Trap, science journalist David Robson reveals a disturbing truth. Smart people are often better at justifying their beliefs than questioning them. This leads to a dangerous phenomenon called motivated reasoning, where intelligence is no longer a tool for truth but a weapon to protect the ego. And the smarter you are, the more skilled you become at defending your illusions. Like a lawyer in your mind, you build arguments that make you feel right, even when the facts scream otherwise. Take Albert Einstein, a man whose genius reshaped physics itself. Yet he rejected quantum mechanics till his death, despite overwhelming experimental proof. Why? Because it contradicted his worldview. It wasn't about truth. It was about what he wanted to believe. So why do smart people fall for dumb decisions? 1. Overconfidence bias. When you're used to being the smartest in the room, you start trusting your mind a little too much. You stop listening. You overlook red flags. You think, that won't happen to me. I'm too smart for that. But that's not intelligence. That's hubris. Remember the Challenger space shuttle disaster? Top NASA engineers had data showing the O-rings would fail in cold weather. They knew the risks. But leadership, brilliant minds in high places, ignored the warnings because delays were inconvenient, because they thought they were too smart to be wrong. 7 astronauts paid the price. 2. Cognitive misers. We assume smart people think deeply, but research shows even geniuses often rely on mental shortcuts, the same quick judgments everyone else makes. Why? Because when you're used to being right, you don't feel the need to double-check. Fast thinking becomes a habit, and it feels efficient until it isn't. 3. Identity protective cognition. This is when your intelligence bends reality just to protect your self-image. The smarter someone is, the more they'll twist data, dismiss facts, and cherry-pick evidence just to defend their belief. Because when your identity is built on being right, being wrong feels like death. Just look at Linus Pauling, a 2-time Nobel laureate. Later in life, he passionately promoted megadoses of vitamin C as a cure-all. He ignored countless studies disproving it, not because he didn't know science, but because admitting error would shatter his legacy. Are you in the trap? You don't need to be a genius to fall into the trap. You just need to be human. Ask yourself, have you ever argued just to win, not to understand? Have you dismissed someone before hearing them out because you knew you were right? Have you confused being smart with being always correct? If so, welcome to the trap. So how do we escape it? 1. Practice intellectual humility. You can be smart and wrong. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. 2. Seek discomfort. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who don't agree with everything you say. Let your mind stretch, not just echo. Steve Jobs famously surrounded himself with strong-minded creatives who pushed back on his ideas, even when he hated it. That discomfort, it made Apple great. 3. Slow down your thinking. Use system. 2. Thinking, as psychologist Daniel Kahneman puts it. Pause, reflect, question. Don't just go with your gut, check it. 4. Detach ego from belief. You are not your opinions. Changing your mind isn't losing, it's growing. You don't need to prove you're smart. You need to honor your intelligence by questioning it. And a mind that refuses to listen isn't thinking, it's echoing. In the end, real intelligence isn't how fast you think, but how far you're willing to see. And sometimes, the smartest thing you can do is listen.